What is going on, family? This is the Pharaohs Podcast, episode 20. And yo, I'm your host, Solomon. And you know, I got a doctor in the building. We got Luke in the house.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? What's going on?
And Mr. What's Good, Israel, he probably running late to the podcast, but what is going on, family? What is up? We is 20 episodes in. 20 episodes in, and we excited to keep talking to y'all about what's new, what's going on around the world.
Absolutely. It's a lot
And
going on,
today,
ain't it?
huh?
Sure, it's a lot going on, ain't it?
It's a lot going on. Like we jam packed today with topics, y'all, and a lot of stuff to unpack and talk about. But before we get into all that, Luke, how your week been going so far?
Well, it's Monday. Monday. So, so far it's been great. Last weekend was great. No complaints. Looking forward to work tonight. Just gotta get to the money. So, wanted to come and make some content. I'm looking forward to chopping it up with the people about everything that's been going on lately.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel that. My weekend been pretty solid. Just working, getting some things together. Um, yeah, like I say, it's grind time right now. I ain't really playing too much at the moment, but I had to do the title for this episode Libra season because it is Libra season. It is Libra season. Uh-oh, Israel.
There we go. Finally,
Yeah,
man, I got the worst service in the world at the job.
well, Mr. What's Good has found
What's
his way.
good? What's
Mr. What's
Yeah.
good?
Good just popped up.
Yes, sir.
We just going over right now like our week. So I had to title this episode Libra season because we in the Libra season. My birthday coming up this Thursday. So
Right.
we got a lot of stuff
Thursday.
jumping off.
Man, that's
And
the third, dude. What you doing on your birthday? I missed the whole conversation.
we just started talking. Nothing really. I don't know what I'm gonna be doing for real. I ain't got
Uh,
too much. Yeah.
Thursday.
Well,
Interesting.
you know some spots, let me know.
Man, there's spots all over the place, but a Thursday, I don't know. Thursday, what's going on Thursday? I don't know. There's a lot going on Thursday.
Well, Israel, how your week been going so far? You know, it's Monday, so how's everything been going?
Man, it's been a busy weekend, went to go support one of my fellow motorcycle club members. They do like what some type of what is that? Independent pro wrestling or something like that.
Oh
So
yeah?
I went to one of their matches yesterday, and
What was
then
the what was the thing called? What was the company?
I think it was called Renegade something.
Okay.
Yeah, Renegade Independent Pro Wrestling. Yeah, went there yesterday. That was good. Went to work before that, and then Saturday night, um, one of the club members' birthday, and at a cigar lounge, lords and ladies.
Oh,
And Friday night, mm, I don't know what I did Friday night. I don't even think I did too much Friday night, cause
Man, you having all the fun right now.
man, Friday night I think I got my motorcycle out the shop. One of those.
Oh, that's why you been outside.
Yeah, a little bit, a little bit, you know, just a little bit. So,
Oh,
yeah, that's how that went.
let me see. Fellas, what y'all want to talk about first? Because there's a lot. I didn't
Man,
found some more stuff. We got a lot to talk about.
I know I don't really pay attention to Cardi B and Offset. I just hear that I guess she out having her fun or something like that.
Haram.
Start off with them.
Okay, well let's get started with that then.
Let's start off with that because I don't really pay too much attention to it, but I think that's one of the topics of
Okay,
conversation.
so basically, um, September 25th, uh, right at the beginning of the Libra season. That's why I say this Libra season
Right.
because it's getting crazy out
Let
here.
me see here.
Um, Cardi B and Offset been going basically on back and forth on Instagram, um, and Twitter. You know, they got divorced. She just had their third child.
This is crazy.
Yes, just had
Delusion is what it is. Delusional.
So I just want them to take us out the group chat because they talking to each other. They talking to each other and they just saying craziness to each other. So basically, Cardi B's like, yo, she's trying to get Offset to move around, basically. Just, hey, can you move on? Let's move on. It's no fun when a mama got the gun, saying little things like that. Like, let's just go on about our business. Offset continues to cheat and she didn't like it. So, she's saying those type of things. She went on her Instagram live and kind of was just basically giving us the whole little rundown of her whole relationship and why they getting a divorce and all of that stuff, right? Offset wanted to respond and say, hey, tell the truth. Now, this was unrelated. Nobody asked for this. He said, hey, tell the truth. You was with another man when you had my baby in your stomach. And that just took off. The internet just was going back and forth. Women and men are like trying to like say, is she wrong? Is she not wrong for that situation? I'm just asking us, can you like put press the little minus button, take me out the group chat, please. I don't care about what y'all got going on. So my question is, fellas, because a lot of the women are also on this same kind of bandwagon. Um, is she wrong for that? For being with another individual while carrying another man's seed?
Take it away,
Israel.
Kyrie. Take it
Ah,
away.
man. Yo, this is crazy. Haram. Abdul, get the rocks. Ah, gosh, man, what world are we living in nowadays? Now, this is my perspective point. These things like this have happened for a long time. I think what makes this situation so crazy is that it's become public. And I understand, I was talking to Solomon about this earlier this week. There is a responsibility once one gets to a certain level of fame. There's a certain responsibility because you have influence over the mass. We saw that um, with one of the streamers. I think that was earlier this year. He had a whole bunch of people come. His name is Kai. He had a whole bunch of people come, and because he told them he was going to be somewhere, and he actually got fined because there was so many people, and they found him, responsible. So there is a level of responsibility when it comes to fame. And this one right here, I'm sorry. I just feel like she took an L with this one because really both of them did. He's hurt. He's been hurt because he probably this sounds like something he found out late. And once the opportunity came, it looked like he jumped on it to expose it. And to me, that shows he hurt him from that because that is I can't even imagine that level of type of hurt. You know, that to me is on a whole nother level. But again, everybody it all depends on the person and their morals and what they find to be being morally right and wrong. But from what it sounds like is that most of the world is not just can't get jiggy with that when it comes to what she did. Of course, he has to hold accountability for all that in the third, and they was a marriage, and if he stepped out and all that. But I don't understand that. So for me,
He
I think
cheated though.
he did cheat, but two wrongs don't make a right. And I always think about it like this, Solomon. If it was the other way around, right? We don't we are men. We can't do that. So there's not that type of responsibility because biologically we don't hold that type of responsibility. But doing that comes with a few things. One, you mixing DNA. Two, depending on the person in the act of it, that person may not care nothing about that. So if they're having intercourse with you, like they don't care. It's not their child. You can hurt yourself or hurt the child. So these are things if you really got into the depths of why it's just not a great idea. I think any grandmama, auntie, or anybody say, nah, baby, I understand you mad. Just wait. You're gonna have a lot of fun. Just hold off. Keep your mind clear, keep your body clear, keep your spirit clear, and focus on what you're doing right now, and then go out and have your fun. I just feel like anybody would think that way, and just maybe not. That's why I say haram. Last days, we got to be in the last days. Take it away, Israel.
Israel, what you think about that? Because I heard pregnant is the best.
I was thinking about that. You just took the words right out of my mind. I heard that pregnant sex is the best also. I have no experience on. But you know, man, I just say with both parties on that, if they were intimate, having relations, I say they were both wrong. I'm sure filling needs that needed to be met and mixing all type of DNA. Who knows how that stuff goes? Trifling on both ends, in my opinion. But yeah, I think they really need to take us out the group chat, because at this point, why are you divorced?
Yeah.
And you done had 3 children by this dude. You probably had 2 of them outside of your divorce that was his. So you should have just took a break. Just took a break,
No,
been
she didn't have
silent
any
about.
children. All 3 of her kids is with Offset.
Yeah, but I mean, she probably had them. Did she have them while they was married, or they got
Yeah.
divorced and had a
Yeah.
couple
They've
more?
been married for 6 years and they just getting divorced.
Who
So
who
how?
filed the divorce?
She did.
There
Mm,
you go.
but man,
She said
yeah,
she was tired of him cheating on her.
well, hey, she got a valid reason. Why he gonna say the vows if that ain't what he about? If he's still outside, if he's still outside, he's still outside holding the land. Why you gonna say the vows, man?
I, I I'm gonna say in my mind, I can't really say too much on this because we don't know exactly how they were with each other because they could have
Right.
been wilding. You
Right.
feel me? They could have been wilding out and all of a sudden, all right, now it's not. I guess it's nobody want to play anymore. Playtime is over. So
Yeah.
it could have been that situation. So I don't want to just make it seem like it wasn't, or if it was or not. I just think to myself as like she said, it ain't fun no more. Now that she asking for a divorce, and then also he's
Nah, it ain't
asking like,
fun, but you gotta face their facts. At this point, she got valid reason.
yeah,
Yeah. And that I said the same thing. I mean, as far as the reason, if y'all agreement was that, hey, this is what I want, and he keeps doing it, she's able to make that the decision. I agree with you. I mean, being so public to me is crazy. But again, y'all, he made it public because that was a get back. That was I'm finna expose you moment. So like you say, ain't no telling what's really going on behind closed doors or what may be going on. It's just,
Right.
yeah, I would like to be out the group chat. It's a lot of other stuff we going on right now, and hearing they issues, and they was married too, so it's like, come on, y'all.
yeah, I'm definitely trying to get out the group chat. So we got some sad news to report, y'all. This is some stuff that just happened, like breaking news.
Breaking news.
Breaking news. Um, one of the best defenders in NBA history, Dikembe Mutombo, has died at age 58.
Mm. What did he die from?
And he died from he had brain cancer.
Mm.
He had brain
Uh,
cancer.
That brings up a good question. When you get public, why is it when you get a public announcement of a public figure or famous person's death, like, is it rude to want to know how they died? Like, I be wanting to know,
I don't think so. I
No.
mean,
especially if they not famous. Like, if it's friends or family, because you never know what they was doing, I was probably doing, and if they died doing that, I need to stop so I can continue to live. You feel me?
Yeah.
isn't it public record? Can't you look up anybody cause of death?
I think you can.
Sometimes, but not ASAP. It's like they don't tell you off the rip. Like trying to figure out what was it, Rich Homie Quan, and then trying to figure out Michael Jackson, and trying to figure out all these other people who died. What they
Well,
die
Michael
from?
Jackson, that was a conspiracy theory that was going on with that whole situation.
Also, it was a lawsuit because that's
Yeah,
what
and
made
it was a lawsuit. Yeah, it was a
followed
lot of
right
stuff
behind
going
the
on.
lawsuit. Yeah,
And then especially if you got the GoFundmes and stuff up and all that, you want me to fund you, right? But you don't want to tell me how they died. I just want to know how they died. I know it's sensitive, but still, you want my money. I had to put the time in for that money. That's sensitive. You feel me?
Yeah.
And this would be a good plug for PSA to get some life insurance.
Yes,
absolutely.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Shout out to Brenda.
yeah.
That's,
um,
that's
and
crazy though.
then
That's crazy. 55 years old.
also a Chicago legend, in my opinion. Actually, this is gonna be a fact because anybody who want to argue with me about it, we can argue about it. We can debate about it. But
D
Derrick Rose
Rose.
finally retires from the NBA
What?
after
Hold
16
up.
seasons. He finally decides to hang it up, and he did it
What do you do
peacefully.
after that?
Um, he did it peacefully because the Grizzlies, he was about to play for Memphis for another year with John Moran and everybody. They offered him
Yeah.
3.3 million. He told them, "Hey, I declined that.
Mm.
Can you guys just waive me so I can retire?"
Mm.
So he
He
wanted to
said just
retire in
what?
peace. Just waive him from the contract.
Dang, I'm surprised. Like 35, is that the average age to retire from the NBA?
No, I mean it's other people that can that still play to at least 38. At least
What's the
38.
average?
It
What's
might
the
be.
average?
Let me see. It might be the average. Let's see. Because I was very upset about this. So, fellas, while I'm
He,
looking this
he
up,
leaving the casino before
you,
he lose. That's what he doing.
He
He
said he
leaving.
what?
huh?
You say he leaving the casino before he lose.
Smart
Do
man.
y'all
Smart
believe he
man.
should be in the Hall of Fame?
D Rose,
Man.
absolutely.
Yeah, dude.
For
He
different
made
reasons,
basketball
yes.
interesting for. To me, anybody that brings value to the market should definitely be considered to be in the Hall of Fame.
Yes. He brought hope back to Chicago, okay? Made it from the hood, started from the
Yep.
bottom, then he got here, okay? Then he got hurt, and then he kind of disappeared. And
Which,
then, yeah, that's
yeah,
kind of sort of how I feel like happened, because it's like you seen him in us in a light, and then he just, and now he
Well,
retired. So, I don't know, but I ain't been paying too much attention to him after that. But it's like, that's how it was, but he has broken some records.
yeah, he is the youngest MVP in NBA history.
Yeah.
But a lot of people are saying, well, because yeah, a lot of us will say he should be in the Hall of Fame because of that MVP season. But a lot of people are saying no, because there was only a short time of his career
Yeah, I
where
feel
he
like it
was
was short
great.
time.
He's played for 16 years, but him at an elite level was just that short period of time in Chicago. And a lot of people are saying that's not fair. Yeah, he got injured, but compared to Tracy McGrady and all these other players, what the coulda, woulda, shouldas, Derrick Rose was able to, yeah, he got an MVP, but he shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame. Which I'll say to that.
He should be in the Chicago Hall of Fame. If you want to be
Mm,
specific, and they like, oh, he shouldn't be
mm,
in the Hall of Fame. He's like, he should for this reason. I mean, that's the reason to be in the Hall of Fame right there. The youngest
mhm.
NBA MVP.
Most valuable
That's
player, yeah.
that's that's not a Hall of Fame worthy subject right there. Like, but he brought, like I said, he brought hope back to Chicago. Cause when was the last sports buzz? Where's Chicago, Chicago, Chicago? Where you got the player, where you rooting for this man? Who? Can you give me somebody from the Bulls now, the Bears, the Blackhawks, um, or who else is it? You got the Sox
Well,
and the
the
Cubs.
Blackhawks won a few titles.
Yeah,
The
but
everybody was crazed about the Cubs in 2016, winning a World Series after 100 plus years. So the
it's
White Sox
crazy.
did
Yeah,
win, I think, in '07 or something along those lines. And so they had, and then the Blackhawks was dominating hockey for about a couple years, and they won the cup. So
yeah,
I mean, we had some Chicago teams go crazy, but when it comes to basketball, the last person who gave the city hope was Derrick Rose. What'd you
yeah.
say to that, Luke?
Well, I think he definitely earned it because there's like to me it's the value, bro. You bringing value to the game. If you bringing value to anything, he should be in there. Now, Israel made a good point when he was saying, yeah, after he got hurt. It was a little fall off. It was this because the brand changed. That's a part of it. And this is why I think he got out of the casino before he lost. What all they're gonna do is work you till you get hurt.
Yeah.
Once you get hurt, you get tossed to the wind. That's the game. That's the name of the game when it comes to professional sports. So I commend him for seeing that. I commend him for seeing that. Hey, I'm up right now. The house still want to work me, but I'm gonna get out of here while I got the good, while my legs are still working, while my arms are still working. I can enjoy my money and not be physically knocked out. Everybody ain't gonna have that LeBron James type situation. That's unnormal. I think it was perfect time. Perfect time. And then now what I would do if I was him is get that marketing train going. That gravy train really started coming when they retired because now what? He can do TV shows, he can start programs, he can kind of capitalize off of the career that he built
Mm,
from the you know what I'm saying? So that's
Yeah.
what I'm like, before he got too crazy, he got out the game.
Yeah, I agree. He actually is going to start doing motivational speaking for the young children that's in tough situations to keep them going and have their head up to achieve their dreams. So he said he wanted to start doing that. He's already had just going off of some of his things in his career. Like I say, the youngest MVP, three-time All-Star. He made NBA team, All NBA. He has, when it comes to the Bulls franchise, he's made over $94 million on his contract, $166 million contract with Adidas, and some of his other marketing partners. Okay.
yeah. I'm excited to see what he does when he gets out. When he's done with us, it's always interesting to see what they do. What next?
Yeah.
What's next?
All right. So what's next for us is y'all. I don't know what's going on with this episode of Who Want to Be President, but they changing the debate day because it was supposed to be tomorrow. It was supposed to be October 1st, but they changing it to
They
October
changing the
23rd.
debate day.
Yeah, to the 23rd of October.
Dang. What? They gonna push it all the way to the 23rd? Just a couple of days, a couple of weeks before the election? That's
Yeah, Trump
crazy.
said it's too late for all that. Trump said he don't want to hear it.
Yeah, he said either at this point you either got it or you don't.
Yeah, I don't know why they pushed it back. I think pushing it back was just kind of
They gonna blame
little.
the hurricane. Hurricane Helene, Helena.
I think they've been changed it before that. I think the vice presidents had a little something. I did not watch. I'm not gonna lie to y'all.
No, I ain't
I
watching
don't
that.
even know who these vice presidents is for real. Like, but I heard they had a little thing that they had going on where they talked publicly to the people, but I was not up to watching any of that.
Yeah, I've been on it like white on rice. Oh man. Uh, the debate thing. I mean, I didn't really think they were gonna do another one. I mean, if they did one, cool. I don't think it's the number. Oh gosh, they gonna hate them. The numbers. It's the numbers. The numbers. Georgia,
It's the numbers.
Florida, Pennsylvania. They all want Trump, bro. That's just what it is. At this point, to me, the election is already over.
Mm,
I've looked at the past few interviews that Kamala Harris has done, and I could literally line the past 4 or 5 interviews up, and she says the exact same thing. She says it in a way that it's a cadence to where I can literally line them up, and they're going to be the same thing. She's going to talk about her childhood. She's going to talk about how she comes from a middle class family. Whole time the person asks her a whole nother question. So what I've come to learn from her is that it's not going, you're not going to get a straight answer, um, which is why I think the numbers are the way that they are. 40%, 46% of voters are looking at her, and then the rest are looking at Trump. So Trump is winning the majority in most of the swing states now. It's it's just to me the election is over. Now, of course, things can happen, but I feel like again, y'all, like I said last time we had this conversation, we're not children, we're adults now. And it don't take us long to make logical decisions on what we need done. We want certain things better within our communities and in our country, especially when it comes to the cost. It comes to immigration. It's a big issue. The border, big issue. You see, they after Eric Adams. Eric Adams just been charged with embezzling $10 million. Well, not embezzling, but misusing $10 million worth of government funds. I found that to be very interesting because Eric Adams is on the Democratic side, and usually situations like this don't happen. But Eric Adams made a very big mistake. He complained about the fact that his city has a whole bunch of immigration issues going on, that people on buses are coming to his city. And it seems like ever since he made that complaint, he's been on the wrong side of the fence. I noticed this because I don't see Illinois making that mistake. I don't see the Chicago mayor making that mistake, even though it should be something spoken about, seeing as how we're in election season. But see, it's just certain things they're not going to talk about because they don't want to get what happened to Eric Adams. So
mm.
this is why I feel like at this point, y'all, whether they debate or not, the people are just so tired of the mess that this election is going to be a hard one, and it's going to be one that it's going to shake some people up. But who knows?
Well, yeah, Trump saying he ain't doing it. He ain't feeling it. He ain't doing it. He don't care about it because it's like it's too late. It's everybody done already started voting. You already had your vice president speak already in their own little debate or whatever they had going on. He's saying that it's just about time for us to wrap this thing up and he wins. That's basically what he's saying.
Because we don't know what our policies are.
Yeah, and
Every
Kamala
seeing me,
Kamala Harris,
yeah. Go ahead,
she
Israel.
gonna be
My
like,
bad. Go.
she can tell you what's been unburdened by what has been. Hold up, hold up. I'm gonna play her speech real quick. This is what she gonna say. Yeah,
See,
unburdened by what has been.
I was trying to be
So
nice.
you're unable to see what
Y'all
can
funny.
be unburdened by what has been. Yes, that part.
Y'all is
I don't know if you can hear it.
funny. Oh my
Yeah,
Hold up.
goodness. All
Here it say.
right.
Hold up. Here it go. Here it
hold
go.
on, Israel.
Hold up. Is this it? No. Oh, hold up. Here it is. what can be, and what's been unburdened by what has been.
Well, I've been seeing a bunch of commercials, right? And
His
all of
ultimate
them say
what
the
can
same
be,
thing.
what
They
can be,
they
unburdened by
say
what has been. She do the same hand gestures.
they keep saying Israel in the commercials though. They like, I'm a working class. I come from working class family. He come from a rich family. So you should vote for me because I I support all middle class families and I support all of the families who work. And he just rich. And he just want tax breaks for the rich people. Ain't that the point of being rich though?
Looks like to them being rich is an issue. I mean, if Donald Trump hadn't already had 4 years in office, that could be a valuable claim. But we're not talking
Yeah,
about somebody who you haven't seen what he's going to do. The place was okay. It was actually pretty decent.
yeah,
So if people want to at least get back to decent, because it's definitely not decent. It's not decent that like everybody is don't got no money and it's the worst thing. That's not the thing. These are small subliminal things that are turning into a large picture. So people are seeing that extra dollar 20 per item. They're seeing that money for fuel. Truckers are seeing the fact that they're having a harder time running their truck because the fuel prices are out of this world for them. So for them, they look at themselves in the mirror and they say, I drive for a country that won't put the drill down in our own land. They're willing to take from someone else and charge me a lot. That hurts people. There's no way that you're going to look at that and say that that's okay, that we have all of this oil, we have all of these resources, all of the jobs are going to other places, and people here could work these jobs. You got to take care of home first. And then you go abroad and you help everybody, and you can give money to Ukraine, and you can give money to here, wherever you want to do. But your own truckers, and this country starts with truckers.
All right,
Okay,
we keep
this
the
is this is
world
where,
moving.
and I'm a somebody I drive for Uber, so I get a chance to talk to them personally, like face to face. They are highly upset. These are the people that get us our stuff. This is where the American lifestyle starts is with the people who are able to move things, and they are pissed because they only need simple things done, but it seems like they're getting danced around with the issues, and people don't want that no more. Come fix
Right,
the problem, pull out the drills, get all these young people. You got millennials, all these people that got training to go. They gonna learn how to drill. Now they're able to make good money. They able to learn another skill, and they drill in their own country. They take care of their own families and they bring back some good money. And now they gas prices and they fuel prices. And if the fuel prices go down, what does that mean? We all understand that the food prices go down. The only reason our food is so expensive is because you're charging the truckers an outstanding amount of money to run their rig. So they're gonna charge us more money. It's just how it works. They just want a president that's gonna see that and say, "Oh, maybe we should drill at home since it's gonna make us so much money." That's all I'm saying.
I understand. Before we get to the next topic, I wanted to mention to y'all that I wanted to mention to y'all that oh snap, I didn't know I could do that. Okay. I wanted to mention to y'all that the Bears won yesterday. So now they 2-2. Okay. The Falcons won yesterday, Israel.
yeah, yeah. I seen that game. I think I seen the Falcons and I seen Alabama and was it Alabama and Georgia?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Georgia Bulldogs, man, they should have won that. That was complete upset.
Um
Falcons
did
got it
y'all did
though.
y'all Patriots win yesterday, Luke?
I ain't even checked.
Actually, they lost. They lost to the 49ers. They actually got bust 30-13. What is going on? I ain't even see the highlights for that.
How the Saints look? Told y'all I want
Huh?
to see.
How the Saints just
Yeah,
lost to the Falcons.
Yeah, it
yeah.
was 26-24.
Home game or away game for Falcons?
It was a home game for the Falcons.
Yeah.
Starting to get their stuff together.
All right. You know who need to also get they ish together?
Oh,
NASA. Because why they got people stuck in space, bro?
Oh,
What is
they
going
got
on,
people
bro?
stuck in space.
They got
Stuck in
two
space.
astronauts stuck at the International Space Station.
They'll be all right.
And look, they right now they the experiment, right? They trying to see how long they could keep them stuck, which would be how long we could live up there.
Nah, they'll be all right. They
Nah,
waiting on
that's
that second.
nah. These
They waiting
these
on
two right here, these astronauts, they've been stuck in space. They were supposed to only go up there for 2 weeks. They've been stuck
That's an
in
odd
space since
couple, man.
June 6th. Israel. It is basically October tomorrow.
Yeah, they an odd couple now. A couple of odd people stuck in space.
Nah.
He said-
If it get too bad, they gonna send Elon up there to go get him.
Big
well,
Elon.
well, I am so glad that you said that because he actually did. So NASA, the two astronauts that got stuck at the International Space Station, was built by Boeing, and everybody keep talking about how Boeing is.
Bowen is what?
I
You
don't
going
know
in?
if that's true or not, but
Hold on,
that is
say
what
it
they're
again.
saying. So Elon, of course, and his SpaceX company, his crew,
Excuse me.
the first humans. Yeah, they fly the SpaceX
There we go.
and Elon Musk.
Mhm.
Yeah, I seen that.
He took his spaceship that he built with NASA, and they already went up there for their first human like group
Expedition.
to the space station, and so now they're going to try to bring those two. I'ma just send my
Well, to me, his rockets are
big
what.
Elon strikes again, y'all. What y'all say?
Big Elon
Yeah,
coming to save the day.
he build better stuff too. If you look at his rockets compared to NASA rockets, so much more simpler. Um, Again, it goes back to the aspect of we have a great scientist. I mean, and when it's time to shine, your work put it in. So you able to send people up there, bring people back, and your people don't explode, and you can start bringing your own ships back. You raw. I don't care what nobody say. That man
Mm.
is on just. He's just one of those people that's just you can get
Wait,
mad at it all you want.
let's back
Cause
up just
you
a
know who hate
second.
him, right?
Who?
You know who won his position to all the fame right now.
Who?
Mark Cuban. Mark Cuban been going in. He
Mm.
want he want to be the next Elon. He wishes he was Elon. He hates him so much. He says
I
he
bet he
Mark.
says
So
does.
him and Mark Cuban beefing right now.
they've been beefing for what years now, man.
What they beefing for? Mark
Well,
Cuban.
what?
He the one of the first people that actually started like a social network.
Yeah, but you got to remember he's a hard like Democrat man, and Elon is starting to look more as a rhino to the right side, and he's also endorsed Trump, which also got under Mark's skin. He hates Trump, so.
Mm.
But mind you, we're talking about two rich people, so it's a rich type of competition, which is a little different, and you can tell it's an ego thing. But Elon seems to have that type of effect on a lot of people because it's like, hey, his stuff works. He makes good stuff. Imagine if he started making cell phones on a like he really took that serious. He would
Yeah,
disrupt the
I
whole
buy his
market.
phone. I would definitely
Exactly,
buy Elon's phone. Cause,
because it
cause
If it
probably
costs you two
AT&T,
bands,
iPhone, man, iPhone is. I'm sick of iPhone at this point, but it's one of the best
and
between
mind you,
iPhone and Android.
in my opinion, Tesla suck.
yeah, his
To me,
Have you
Teslas.
driven
I
a
would never
Tesla?
buy it. I would
Hold
never
on,
buy it.
even hold on. Did you see his Cybertrucks is ugly, yo? I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
they
lie to
Yeah,
are.
y'all.
they
I
got
gotta
Them
send you the
problems.
things is
video. I've been
ugly.
inside of one. Them things different. I've been
Yeah,
inside
they
of one.
different. Yeah, no,
That's
for sure.
that's it.
When to
It's
start it
different.
up, you don't gotta have a key thing or nothing. You got a card. It's a literal card, and you put it by the
See, he ain't
armrest, and
even
that's how
asked
you
how to
open.
start
That's
it.
how you that's how you start the car up. So I've been inside one of the Cybertrucks too.
I got
They
a
ugly.
video
It,
of the inside.
they ugly, but this
They
the thing.
bulletproof. They come bulletproof.
This the
Okay.
thing though, y'all. They still make your head turn. And if anything we know when it comes to selling, as long as it make your head turn, it could be ugly, but they'll still buy it
Yeah,
because
It
because
make
it's
that's
my
different.
head turn like, get this off the
mm,
street.
It's different. It's different. And I
that's
think that's
the
always been Elon's advantage in the market. Yeah, it's not the best. Like I say, I think Teslas have an enormous amount of problems, especially with the type of batteries. That whole battery is going to switch anyway because they want to get away from liquid batteries. Liquid batteries are very flammable. They have a lot of issues, easier to explode. China should become, I think it's either China or Switzerland are trying to perfect the lead battery because it'll give a longer charge. But I never felt like Elon was in it for any of that stuff. I feel like he's been in it for the bigger picture, which is like what you spoke about with the astronauts. Elon was using Tesla to get in the game. He's using X to get in the game, and now you know his name. But I don't think that's his real dream. I don't think
right.
that's what he
Okay, let's
cares
back
about.
up just for a second, because even though we giving Elon all of this praise of him coming up with the SpaceX company and him actually partnering with NASA, I'm about to get on NASA ass because how you got people stuck at an International Space Station that was supposed
Right.
to only be up there for 2 weeks in
Mm.
June. This was in June. It is October.
Yeah, yeah, somebody messed up, but they're gonna
That
be
ain't a
like, who?
somebody. That ain't a somebody messed up. I think somebody need to be fired.
Somebody probably was already fired. That person right now is probably already at another job or looking for one. But NASA, like, they're not gonna look at it like that. I mean, and then you gotta also think about it too. To become an astronaut, your mind is not that. They probably was happy they had to stay up there. You get a little scared, you're probably a little nervous, but they're geeks. There's a certain
Oh,
interest they have.
Right.
So in
I
some
don't
kind of
think
way, they
they.
probably was like, hey,
Man, being stuck in the tube with somebody that you barely know for all these
it's
months.
big though. Y'all ain't never seen the International Space thing is bigger than it's the size of like 6 houses put together. Something like that. It's the
I ain't
size of
seen
no,
it.
I'm sorry, it's the size of a football field. It's the length of a football field, but as far as their housing is concerned, it will be like living in a mansion because you got multiple different. You got the Chinese up there at times. You know, you got a lot of different ethnic groups that are up there throughout a yearly basis. That's why I'm like, in reality, I think it just sound worse. It ain't even like they were all alone. They're just the Americans that are up there, and they wasn't scheduled to be up there that long. But they've had astronauts stay up there for a lot longer than that.
Mm.
But they
So
ration
somebody got,
out like they air and they food and all that.
yeah, yeah. Somebody got fired though. Somebody got fired.
Well,
Somebody, nah, they the sacrifice right now. I'm telling you, they the test. They the test. They're like, yo, they gotta take it for the team. They taking it for the team.
they the sacrifice.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good way to look
Like,
at it
yo,
too,
I
they
right?
mean,
gotta
they
make
both
it look
is
like an
old. You seen
accident.
that picture? They both
We gotta
is
make it
old.
look like an accident. See how long.
That's one way to look at it.
Yeah.
Well,
So
what
they
was
this right here is going to be
was not no accident.
oh. They're gonna set up for the future, future endeavors. It is. So however this expedition has went is going to help them figure out how to move for the future. Yeah.
What you got right here, Solomon?
Okay.
What's this?
Well, now this is some breaking news that I just learned about. There is going to be a U.S. port strike.
Oh, I
Now
just got that
this is
text
getting
message.
good.
Somebody
I
sent me
saved the
that.
best for last. This one.
I was looking at that. Somebody sent me that on the text message. It said U.S. port strike. All right, talk about it. Talk about it, cause I don't know about it. This
He was
hot off
looking.
the press.
Oh,
Yeah.
the port of Houston. This is a recent picture.
Mm.
If there's no deal by the end of Monday, which is today, the International Longshoresmen Association is threatening to go on strike at the port and other container ports along the Gulf and East Coast from Texas to Maine. Okay. And CNN says time is running out to avoid a work stoppage at ports along the entire eastern Gulf coasts and what could be the most disruptive strike in the U.S. economy in decades.
Mm.
Members
That's
of
all.
the International Longshoresmen Association are set to go on strike at 12:01 a.m. Eastern Tuesday at 3
Who
dozen,
gonna be
which is
woke?
what? That's 36
Well, they gonna be woke. They might be
facilities
woke.
um spread across 14. Oh, it's only 14 authorities. There are few signs that a deal could be reached by the deadline set by the International Longshoresmen Association and the United States Maritime Alliance, which uses the acronym USMX. The Maritime Alliance re, Ooh, I'm reading too fast. The Maritime Alliance represents the majority shipping lines, all of which are foreign owned, and well as terminal operators and port authorities. The strike, which would be the first at its port since 1977, could stop the flow of a wide variety of goods over the docks of almost all the cargo ports from Maine to Texas. Y'all, we is in
Mm.
trouble.
We gonna see how this work out within the next 67 days.
I ain't gonna be able to get no more oodles and noodles.
Man, yeah.
Now, this ain't even just about oodles and noodles. This is about goods itself. So stuff that's
Goods and services.
perishable. Let's think about that. The perishable stuff.
Non-perishable, perishable. But
Basically like
1201
fruit
is
and
very
stuff like
specific.
it's a lot of stuff though. It's a lot of cargo. They saying it's a lot of like if they shut this stuff down,
Mm.
they gotta take those ships back to the country or wherever they came from.
They're gonna sit. They're gonna dock them right there. Cause who gonna waste all of that fuel to go back?
Yeah.
They're gonna dock it right there, or they gonna be sitting ducks, and then we gonna have some new pirates outside coming to jack them ships or the cargo ships.
That sound dangerous though, Israel.
What
That
a
sound
time to
like
be
a
alive! What a time to be alive! Gotta stay
That
strapped.
sound like a that sound like a new problem right there. First, we got the issues with the immigrants coming from the border, all
Mm.
these Venezuelans and all these other people that's coming into the country, all these undocumented. I'm sorry, not immigrants anymore. We have to say migrants. Let me be politically correct in 2024. But outside of that, now we got a whole port crisis where the goods is getting compromised. How we gonna eat? What he say
Better cook. Look,
up
I
in
know where
lottery?
some turkeys be at. I know where turkeys be at now. I be seeing them on Sunday morning. They be out feasting. A whole pack of turkeys. I'm like, man, let me find out how to skin them. Come on. Gonna
But
have
but
Thanksgiving
what
early.
what dude say off a lottery ticket? I'm broke. I can't eat. So, but no, this is a real thing, y'all. We got to talk about this because I know a lot of people probably some people did not even know that this was even going on. Like I say, I just got wind of it just today, and this
Yeah, I
has
got
been
it in
an
a text
ongoing
message.
thing. So the clock is winding down, Luke. They say by 12 o'clock, by 12 o'clock, they they
1201.
not they walking off. So
Mm.
what's going on? What's gonna have to happen?
I mean, a deal gonna have to be made. I mean, at some point they will. Part of me feels a little theatrics to it to kind of
They
get a
gonna
better deal, but a
right,
deal
right.
gonna be made. Somebody gonna hit a number. Somebody gonna say the right thing that needs to be done, and they gonna get this whole situation taken care of. But this is why I say we at the point now to where if it ain't one thing, it's another. People tired of all that, and you can't play with our goods. We need that. We need it. So, no man.
Uh,
I want to say, what if it don't? So let's play devil's
they gonna
advocate.
call they bluff, man. They gonna call they bluff. You always gotta call bluff. So they gonna wait, and then it's gonna be like a week.
All the facilities gonna call a bluff, bro. it's
Yeah,
a
cause
bunch of
people
them.
scared
It
of
ain't
being
just one
fired. They gonna
facility
be
in one
scared of being
state.
fired. People scared of being fired, man. They don't want to be fired, but then they don't want they product not to move. So it's like a stalemate, right?
It was, yeah, I don't feel like this can even. I could try to think of what if it didn't, but we talking about numbers that ain't even been talked about that would make it happen. Like if somebody is negotiating, and if they still at the low levels of the negotiation as far as the low numbers, they ain't hit the cap of what really needs to be done. Somebody will write that check. There's somebody waiting on the number, and they ain't heard the number that they want to hear.
Mm.
All right, so I'm finna just look up where these ports at. I might have to drive to one. I'm gonna pick up some groceries. Y'all need some?
Yeah. Hopefully it ain't flooded over there, man.
Oh yeah,
You
that
got to
might
think
be a
about.
problem
Look at this.
too.
First you got the hurricane. Can y'all see me?
No, we can't see.
All right. First you got the hurricane. Hold up. Where this thing go? All right. First you got the hurricane. Now you got the ports. What's next? I don't even want to know what's next. It's like Jumanji again. Why is every election year like a
That is
Jumanji?
an excellent
Why?
comparison
Why is
analogy.
every
This
election
definitely
year
like
like
Jumanji right
Jumanji?
now.
Yeah, come on, man.
Every
Oh,
night
you
we
got
lay
the
down.
immigrants. There you go. You got the immigrants or the migrants, right? The migrants. You got the hurricane, and now you got the ports. Like, yeah,
I
It's the
like
it's
same
that
kind
crazy
of.
out here,
analogy.
man.
I like that analogy. We living in real life Jumanji right now.
Yes, it's crazy. It's crazy out here.
Dang.
Trying to
Wait,
trying to.
how you beat the game? I forgot. I ain't watched the movie in a while. I
Man, you
need to
gotta play,
let me go
roll the
watch the movie so
dice.
I can.
You gotta roll the dice. Keep on playing,
Gotta finish
or
right.
you
You
gonna
gotta
get
finish.
stuck. You gotta make a move though. This is the problem. People don't make decisions. They be indecisive instead of being decisive. And when you're indecisive, right, you end up in a stalemate. But when you're decisive, you're making decisions and you're constantly moving, progression. That's what that is. But if you got strikes, it's because there is no decision. They're indecisive. No deals have been made.
Mm.
That's the
Okay.
problem.
Hey,
Well,
I'm gonna have to rename this episode Jumanji.
hey,
Jumanji. It's a lot
every
going on,
time we
man.
wake up,
It's a
and it
lot
don't
going
even be
on.
small stuff. It be like
Daddy, can we
big
go
stuff.
hide and seek?
hmm It be big stuff.
Hold up.
It don't even be like.
I'm
It
gonna
don't even be
step
stuff
away for a
that.
hot second.
Alright. It don't even be stuff that like if you really look at it. It don't be stuff that you can just be like, oh okay. It be like, like that. Really? That's that's the next part. Elephants running through it. All right, cool.
Well, that's the next part.
Man, because like you said, that's news to me as well. But I still think, yeah, I think that's gonna be a number. As far as the port situation, that'll get handled. Um, I feel November is really gonna let us know a lot, y'all. It's gonna let us know where we going, like, and how this is gonna play out, and what and how we need to play our cards and what we need to do. You know.
I don't want to be. I don't want to be reactive. I want to be proactive, but I definitely understand. Um, that whole port situation is a little scary. Like I say, like for them to have a problem with the goods, like they telling people like if you got some stuff that's valuable in some of these cargo containers to go get them. And it's and how you gonna get a deal done? How you gonna get a deal done? And it's like right now it's 8 p.m. In Atlanta. So it's like who out here trying to do these deals last minute like this? They need to, but The whole situation with the port and its goods and its its travel and putting things to where it needs to be on time. Remember, these things also can spoil.
Mm.
When it's perishable, that means it can go away. So if it's not on a specific timeline, that whole shipment was for nothing. So I hope they do make a decision. I hope they do continue to make it to move it, because once a domino effect, once one stops, it's a domino effect for everybody else. And once that happens, everybody's looking like they're gonna have their hand, as they say, looking like I don't know what to do. So I hope they figure that out.
Yeah.
All right, fellas. We gotta do last segment, which is Ask the Pharaohs.
Hmm.
And we got some questions. We got a few things to talk about. Um One question that we had saw that came real early last week. And we already talked to this queen and we said that we're going to give her the we're going to answer her question on the podcast. And so this is one of the queens, Queen Joyce. Her spiritual name is I can't remember it at the moment, but she is one of the queens from the prophet David and Empress Micaiah church. She's one from there. And she asked the pharaohs,
Mm-mm-mm.
if our emotional scars manifested themselves in physical ways, how grotesque would we look outward?
Mm. Mm.
And I don't care who start this one. If y'all need me to start, I will.
Go ahead. You want to get it started?
Well, it depends on how much healing that you did. That's what I would say to that. Because our emotional scars is something that you must deal with on your own and yourself.
Mm.
And if they manifested in a physical way and you didn't do the healing, it will be very grotesque. It will be very ugly. Like you can actually tell when some people going through things like from their outward appearance. From their outward
Absolutely.
appearance. And now some people are kind of good at hiding certain things, but if you are a person who took the time to go into that prayer closet and do that shadow work or that spiritual work on yourself and try to heal, I believe that your outward appearance won't be as bad because you took time to heal yourself.
Absolutely.
Well,
And on the
yeah.
outside, they would look like they got RBF all the time. They would look like they face stink or they got a problem, they got an attitude. That person, like they'll look very repulsively ugly, just like the definer, the definition of it. And you could see that person because it's like, babies don't lie. The baby probably don't want to be by that person. And then the things that we go through after a while, over time, if you've done people so bad and dirty, it'll show up in your old age, how dirty you've done people,
Mm.
based off how you get done.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's
Well,
what I feel. My thoughts on that.
well, Queen, I think that's an interesting question. I think it's a few variables that play into that. Um, and I think it also plays a big part into the person. So a situation can happen to the same situation can happen to two different people, and it doesn't emotionally affect them the same or as intense. So I think, of course, it depends on the person's emotional bank account. What are they able to hold? And
Mm,
that to me will determine how the scars will form or how they will show. Because for some people, things are not as traumatic and things are not as, they would say, a big deal or an emotional trauma. But for others, it may be. Um, Me personally, because I'm the way you worded the question is interesting. I'm not sure if you're speaking it in the general sense or for us personally as the three pharaohs on here. But for me, mine would be subtle. I try to emotionally, work on things, and I think I'm a big component of not allowing too many people in my surroundings. Friends cause problems. Family can cause problems. And I kind of learned that at a young age, so I'm able to manage these things so that these emotional scars don't build up. Because things are going to happen. Even with my own children, I have emotional, they're going to do things that I don't care for that may hurt my feelings. But if I can manage these things, I can keep the scarring down. I can, do the best that I can do to not let it overtake me or not get so many different emotional scars that I'm not letting one heal before the other one comes. So that's how I would look at the situation. Me personally, you know.
All right, I got another situation, fellas. All right, so I had made a status a couple days ago, and I said women trying to tell men how to be men when they don't have a father in the house is crazy work.
mm,
How you learning when one, you're not a man, and two, you didn't have the example in your family structure growing up? So
mm.
my question to the
I'm gonna have
pharaohs,
to
fellas.
answer now, homie. I'm gonna have to go. But continue. I'm gonna listen for this and answer, but continue.
um, so my question, fellas, is can a woman tell a man how to be a man?
No.
What did she say? What did she say? I think
No.
not. She could. A woman could tell a man what she thinks in her mind a man is and looks like. But it's like you can't tell me how to be a man because there's certain things that you could teach me, but after that you can't teach a man how to be a man. You got to give him up to one of his uncles, or older brothers, or your grandfather, or somebody, because it's stuff that men go through that women just don't understand because they ask the unreasonable. Sometimes they just don't understand because their their response to your troubles or ails is, well, you a man. That's not the response. That's not the solution. Just because I'm a man, that's not the solution. There's more to it. But I don't think a woman could tell a man how to be a man.
Now, there was a debate online with one of the empresses, and I told her she was gonna be put on blast on the podcast. Um, the elect empress, the
Mm,
head empress, Tahisha. Yeah, I'm dropping names. She said that you can tell a woman can tell a man how to be a man, and
mm.
she say she gonna ride out that sword on that topic, and I said no. I said no. But yeah, I told her to come. If she got something to say, she could say it in the comments or something. Cause I'm still looking at the comment section. If you want something to say, you can say it. We live right
Mm.
now, and
We
I know you
live,
probably
baby.
watching us.
Well, I mean, I understand the aspect of if if a woman can a woman
Y'all, she texting me instead of saying something in the group chat.
if if a woman can tell a man what she needs from him, that's one thing.
Say it in the comment section, please.
But
Go
to
ahead.
tell him
Oh,
how to be a
this is a
man,
sticky situation.
it,
Go
it
ahead.
doesn't even feel sticky to me, man. I mean, I don't see how that one that big. That's the reason why
It's
we
a
got
good
dads
conversation.
and uncles
Absolutely.
and granddaddies. and mentors. That's the reason they have aunties, moms, sisters. I don't really see like what would even be the need to try. It's not like it's like seven different genders, bro. It's like two of them. You're gonna find one of the other.
Wait a minute now. Hold on. We just had this conversation a few weeks ago now, Luke. We said that people can identify as a cat walking across the keyboard.
I'm talking about in the regular world back then, the '90s world. Let's say we was back in the '90s, okay? I don't think that one would be such a big thing. I mean, think about it. Why was the YMCA created? Why were all these programs created? Because there were a lot of women, mothers, sisters who understood, hey, I got this young man I'm raising, or I got this my nephew or whatever. He's a young man now, he's 18, 19, and I want to put him around other good men so he can learn how to be a man and then he can be effective for the society that he lives in. To me, it just makes sense. I would think about I got two daughters, so in my mind, it would be certain things I would send them to women to learn because I don't know. I could learn it, but it's not gonna be the same way because the energies are different, and it's certain things I have never truly understand about being a woman, and I don't care to try to understand because I was blessed to be a man. That's what I was blessed to be. So I don't really think it's that big of a thing, but my granddaddy always said a woman can't raise a man, so maybe it's my training. I mean, I don't know. He told my own mama that, so I don't know. But I don't know.
He ain't
Hey,
Y'all
y'all
lying.
see this?
say I agree with Luke. Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, I think if you find, even as women, if they find, first off, women, no one can ever be a mother to a young man outside of women. So then no one can ever be a father to him either. I don't really see the big thing. Because if I said, well, no one can ever be a mother, they'd be like, yeah, you're right, because mama's got something special. It's just something about mamas, that female energy, that's your mama, that you ain't going to get from nowhere else. But it's the same thing with the dads. It's, it's the same thing.
Facts.
I don't think one is better than the other. We just different in certain things. So,
Yeah, I don't, I don't tell a woman or a mother how to be a mother, but I definitely had my mother growing up, so I can say this is different, right? I can go back and say, hey, my mom used to do X, Y, and Z, or how I was raised, but I can't tell you exactly in these days and times. Trying to tell a woman what to do is unheard of. They don't even look at they say you are invalid,
out of order.
irrelevant.
Yeah, they gonna hit you back. First thing they say, you can't tell me how to raise my child. You can't tell me what a mama's supposed to do. They love to tell you what to do. That's just my 2 cents.
But but she said, but like the question was, can a woman tell a man how to be a man? That's impossible. The only way you can tell a man how to be a man is that you have to be a man because, and then not only this, watch this. A young man can't tell a man how to be a man because you don't really know nothing yet. So it ain't a thing to where we like trying to get in on the women. It's an experience thing. It's a trials, tribulations, puberty, dealing with girls, learning how to move around and how to present yourself as a young man, learning how to move and actually present dominance in the room when you walk in to show masculinity. Like these are things that males teach us because they're not teaching us by opening their mouth though. They're teaching us by being the example. I learned how to
Yeah.
tie a tie from watching another man tie a tie. I didn't watch my mama
Oh
tie a
yeah,
tie. My
here's
mama
a
don't wear
fun
ties.
lesson.
My mama don't wear ties. So in my mind, why would I even want to wear a tie? Because I see other men wearing ties. Why would I want to dress appropriate? Why do I want to have my pants up? Because I see other men of value, other men of high standard that are respected by their community with their pants up. I didn't go look at the women for that. I mean, you're gonna learn how to wear a dress. You're gonna learn how to wear stockings and all of these things. My grandmother used to teach my cousins this. She didn't bring us in that room though. That was a certain specific conversation for the young ladies. So
That part.
That's facts. I learned how to tie through charm class that we had at Faith Temple growing up with the Queen Mary Magdalene and she didn't even tie the tie for me. I think one of the prophets helped. I forgot who was there. One of the men she brought in guests to help us with certain things. So I definitely agree with you, Luke, on that. That it wasn't her that did that. It was
and
another
that
individual.
and I hope that she see that that's how we looking at it, because you made a great point that she brought in.
Mm.
She's the teacher, so she's qualified to teach, but she brought in a specialist. This is someone who's doing it daily. She wasn't putting them on daily. It ain't that she don't know how to do them. It's that it's not a regular part of the statute of society. That's when you find the specialist, which would be a man who is implementing that. Like I say, if I want to learn how to be a strong and a confident man, I'm going to look at other confident men because they move a certain way. They don't slouch over. They don't, "Ugh, I think this." They have a certain value about themselves. They move a certain way. It ain't nothing against the women. And then watch this. If I want to find me a mate or if I want to date a girl, that's when I'm going to be like, "Hey, OG, hey, auntie, what you think about her?" Because I don't know. Y'all gonna see stuff I don't see. So yeah, y'all still can teach us stuff when it comes to being a man, but it's just the way that it works is very unique. It's certain areas in our life that we do need that guidance from the women, but it's not on being a man. Most of the time, it's on finding a woman. That's when grandma and auntie and them, they be like, "I don't like her," you know. Well, what you mean, auntie? I don't know. She got a vibe about her that I don't know. They see stuff we don't see. They valuable, man. So I was like, I don't think it's a back and forth thing, man. I be trying to bring the
Uh,
people.
I'm gonna have to step off. I'm up here locking out the job.
All right, all right.
All right, Israel.
I will talk to y'all soon. Finish it out for me strong.
All right, Mr. What's Good, we'll catch you.
All right, y'all. Israel had to step off. Oh, but she did okay. She did make a comment, but she put it on the Facebook page. Oh, wait. Oh, wait a minute. We got a special guest, y'all. Hey, Empress, how you doing?
No,
I'm good.
Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so I know you was listening to what Luke was saying. What you got to say about this whole situation? Because I just read your comment and you said something about them, like who teaching them when they at home, when I guess on the single mother. Is that what you
Even
trying to
even
speak from?
even if it's a father in the house. Okay, so if your father is at work all day doing what he have to do, who there with you all day? Who teaching you what you need to do? Who teaching you the do's and the don'ts when your father not there?
absolutely. I mean, I understand that, but I think, Empress, I think that's a very, it's like a gray area with that because if the father is present,
But
that's
is a
him.
father but is a father really present?
He's at work. You said.
Even if he's at work, is he present?
Yes, he's definitely present as he's at work because he's providing. He's teaching the
Right
young man.
now,
That,
now a father can teach. I feel like a man could teach a man how to be a great provider, but anybody could teach a man how to be a man if they're being raised. If you raised properly, anybody could teach you how to be a man. Now, to be a great provider, it take a great man to teach you how to be a great provider. Now, I do agree with that one.
but
But in
when you say
reality,
be
if
a
the
man,
father is providing, the mother
mhm.
is the one who's doing the teaching.
So can you give us an example?
She's okay. So even when you're young, if your father's at work, your mother's picking out your clothes. She's teaching you how to dress, correct? She's doing your shoes. She's teaching you how to do your hair. She's telling you your hair is bogus, or she's telling you your hair is this way. So technically, it's the woman that's teaching you. Now, what the father will do, he will extend what the mother has already instilled in you. But it really takes a village to for to teach a man how to be a man, not just a father. Because you have a lot of great men that didn't even have fathers, and they was
Absolutely.
taught about women.
Absolutely. And this is my thing. When you say how to be a man, that's not picking out clothes has nothing to do with being a man. That's a boy. You're getting him ready. You're teaching him how to groom himself, a boy. That's not manhood. Manhood hits a whole nother level that even myself, I'm 28, I'm still learning manhood. I'm nowhere near understanding it. My father, who is in his 40s, is exemplimenting the manhood. He's been through things that I'm learning from him. So I agree with you on the fact that women are playing a part, but I look at it as a way of you're dealing with a young boy, and that boy has to learn the basics so that when he graduates and he steps into man class, when he graduates and dad say, "Hey son, you old enough? Come ride along with me." He know now how to sit in the car and act like he got some sense because his mama taught him how to have some sense. Now he can take in the teachings of his father because the dads really don't even have the patience for all of that. Let's be real. We don't have that type of patience like mothers do to say, "Hey, you gotta have your, you going to school, you gotta have your stuff together. I want your shirt needs to be ironed. All of this, you need to come presentable." I don't devalue that in any kind of way, but I don't think that has anything to do with being a man that's effective in society. I think it's something way deeper than that, and I think, again, just my opinion, that the men who are in society, who are being figures of what we want, are going to be the best teachers because they're actually living it. We didn't learn how to dress ourselves and groom ourselves. We didn't learn these things. My mother taught me the same thing. But that has nothing to do with being a man. Now anybody can do that. I can go get my nephew to do that. He don't have no bills. He don't have. Okay, cool. He'll be flyer than me. But will he be able to make sure that my daughters are taken care of? Will he be able to make sure that they have food and they have money for clothes and all that? That's when he be like, "Oh no, uncle, I ain't got all that. I don't know what you talking about. I'm free." I ain't. That's why I say I feel like being a man is like a whole nother level of teaching, and I think it's best that it's done if a man does it. With my daughters, yeah, I can kind of teach them things. It's just certain things I just know for a fact. At a certain level, I'm gonna have to lift them up, maybe to my mother or to my aunt, for them to really get a chance to understand. So,
I don't know. I
but I
think
understand where she's coming
uh,
from. I
I think
really do.
her
Her thing went out.
I think she's still listening, but I don't know what's going on. But I'ma
She made a
just
good. She made a great point
she,
when she said getting us ready and stuff like that. Like, yeah, I remember. I don't. To me, most young men are taught that by their mothers. Like, they're presentable while the dad is at work. Solomon, like she said, the pops is at work. He making money. Somebody got to teach him how to get up in the morning
yeah.
and get himself ready for school. Usually, the mama is, to me, she's better at doing that because the dad's role, that nigga supposed to be at work already. He's supposed to be getting up. So what I learned from the men around me is that while I'm getting the education, or I'm learning, or I'm getting ready for school, somebody done put some money in here for me to eat something on my way to school.
Hmm.
Somebody is making some money right now, or getting ready, or he getting his coffee or whatever, and he's about to go out and he gonna make money. I'm headed to school. We all playing our part in the family. That's one thing that I picked up as a young age, as a young man. So I think she made a great point. You know,
Uh, she made a point. I don't know if it was a great point, and I know she and I know she's still listening. I know she's still on here. I don't know how to get her back on here, but I will say this. She thought it was a great point. Um, I'm gonna agree with you because listen, showing me how to dress is something that women do for everybody. That's just being a stylist. You show your daughter how to dress, you show your son how to dress, you just dress up. Some people dress up their pets, they dog. Okay. That don't mean that you know how that okay, you show me what looks nice and presentable in society. But outside of that, what about the men things that I need to know? Do you know how to shave a beard?
Or be emotionally stable in times where you're actually permitted not to be.
Do you know how to mow the lawn? Now I ain't saying that that's just a male thing. Women do it as well, but growing up, I'm looking for my father, my uncle, my stepfather to teach me these things. How to change oil. I'm not saying that women don't know how to do these things, but these are male dominated professions and things that they do on a daily basis that men are teaching boys to do. My uncle showed me how to change oil or check my oil. A woman didn't do that.
Shout out to Dr. Luke. Facts,
What is going
facts.
on? Um,
Well,
my bad. So, um, there's other things that needs to be done and said from a man's perspective. When a boy is going through puberty, a mom can say certain things to you, but a man comes in because he understands exactly how you're feeling and what you're doing, going through your spurts of puberty.
mhm.
You sit down with the elder men to talk about how you should act and behave, how you present yourself. Women can't do that. They can't speak from a male's perspective because you didn't go from a little girl to a grown man. You went from a little girl to a grown woman. And that's something me or Luke or Israel cannot relate to. There's a certain type of teaching that needs to be taught. There's a certain type of teaching that needs to be taught. Hey, you back. But we're speaking from actually from boy to man, not you. There's things that a mother can say and teach her son, like how Luke said about, presenting yourself to the world. But when in men's situations, like how back when the police were arresting and killing all these black men, as a black woman, can you really relate to that?
I had while you was talking, Solomon, I had thought about it too. If you think about it, even with them, I think the emotional lessons we get from men as we get older are really valuable. Um, Teaching us how to handle being right and nobody caring. That's what I was saying about like the emotional thing with it. And I think that comes from understanding that hey, you got certain things you just have to do. No one cares how we feel, and it is a harsh reality. But as we get older as men, it really is the truth. Nobody really cares, and that's okay. Some of the most successful men in the world, nobody cares, but doesn't stop them from being what they need to be. And I think that is something valuable that we learn from men. I think that's why when things go wrong, they send us to war first. We don't get to negotiate. We don't get to say, woe is me. You a dude and people are trying to harm us. So you go risk your life and we gonna stay here. And we have to be okay with that in our soul and in our mind because that's a part of being a man. It's a part of having honor on who you are and the role you play in society. And one of the things that should be honorable as a man is making hard decisions, even when you right, accepting the fact that nobody cares and being okay with that and still loving them, still protecting them, still honoring them for what they bring, but always understanding that if they don't care nothing about you or what happens to you, that that's okay. That's a part of being a man. And you may have to sacrifice. You may have to be that one that will one day be forgotten, but you play a role in something bigger, which is the family and protecting the family. Because if they get past you, they kill everybody else. They hurt everybody else. So this time I'm still learning as a man, not caring about how I feel about things, because nobody cares. So
No, we can't hear you. I don't know what's going on with your mic. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with your mic, but I feel like she gonna try to argue with me. So I don't know what's going on with your mic. No, we can't. No, we not muting you. We just can't hear you. Hello, wait. Hello, wait. Let me try something. Try something. Let me put her back. See if it worked. Oh, she probably gonna come back in. Man, this has been an interesting, great episode for Ask the Pharaohs. I told you we got questions.
yeah, we're gonna have to do something special for the Empress when we can figure out everything. Maybe we do a special ask the Pharaohs, just the whole segment.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Like do just a extra video and just
Yeah,
do Ask the Pharaohs.
yeah, yeah. Cause I'm getting mine. Say food ready. So I'm gonna have to dip out as well.
All right. Well, family. With that being said, thank you for listening to episode 20 of the Pharaohs Podcast. I'm your host, Solomon. You can find me on Facebook at Cornelius Solomon Walker. If you want to get a book published, you can email me at cwalker1582@gmail.com. You see right here, the author of I Am That 45 Words and Affirmations. You can look for that on Amazon. You can call me. I can give you a copy of the book. And you can also get it on Barnes and Noble. Luke, where can people find you?
Find me on the Pharaohs Podcast. It's the best place. So far, the questions have been coming in. We appreciate everybody that's been sending the questions. And yeah, hit us up. Keep coming in. And we're enjoying the engagement. Subscribe, share. Let the people know what we're doing. If you support us, if you love us, if you don't like what we're saying, tell us. It doesn't matter. We just here trying to have conversation and open up dialogue. So yeah, you can find me at the Pharaohs Podcast at gmail.com and any of our social media platforms. Yep.
All right, family. Oh, the Empress had another question, Luke. She was trying to ask you, but it was acting up. She wanted to say, what makes you think nobody cares about men?
Because they send us off. If something goes wrong, we're on the front line. We're dispendable, as we should be. Our bodies are built to be dispendable. So they do care. It's exaggeration to say nobody cares. But the value for life is lower for us because we don't create life. So our value on the marketplace of the global form of what we see as dispendable is usually men. We have to learn to mentally and emotionally be okay with that. I've always felt that the men that have very poor emotions and able to manage their emotions do very radical things to people and they hurt people because they've been taught it's okay. It's to express all your emotions. It's not. Men cannot express all their emotions. It's actually diabolical and it can hurt other people. We're supposed to learn to manage our emotions and keep a lot of them to ourselves, learn from them, but we can't do like our counterpart gender can do. We can't do that because one, we can hurt them, and we can hurt who they're trying to create and build up. So as men, we have to learn to keep our lips zipped. They say hit the front line, you hit the front line, and you charge against the enemy with everything you got. That's why I say that. That's why I feel like that.
Did you hear his response, Empress?
Hello?
Did you hear his
Yeah,
response?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I know y'all love us. Y'all love us. I know. But at the end of the day, Empress, I know at the end, if somebody got to go out there. Somebody, somebody done broke in the house. We ain't saying you ain't coming too right behind us, but somebody got to go out there, and they might get a little nick, but we ain't gonna never have it be y'all. Cause I mean, if y'all get hurt, it ain't no more of us. That's the end of us. That's the end of our family. Something happened to the mother. That's it. So we gotta show a little bit. To me, we gotta care a little bit more for you all because you all keep us alive as people. You raise us. You groom us. It's okay. You send little Johnny. We'll make another little Johnny. And it's sad to say it that way, but that is how we've always been as humans, no matter if we black, white, red, or yellow. In every form of society, from each pole to the earth, they send the men out first because it's okay. We gon' we gonna pray they be all right. So we had to learn to be okay with that. And that's something like I say, Empress, I'm still learning how to do. Because I think that's a part of coming from being a boy to a man is understanding that it's okay that everybody don't care about your feelings. It's okay that everybody don't care about your emotions. You're gonna be all right. You still have to stand up and be a man and be at your post.
But how can you say people don't care if you don't express it?
Because if they cared, it would be equal. If they cared for real, it wouldn't be a thing to where, oh well, men just supposed to take out the trash. The reason men started taking out the trash is because it became dangerous. You see how that kind of worked out? Now it's a societal norm. What they say, you see, little boy, y'all supposed to take out the trash. If a man walks outside of the house, he's in more danger, which is why we always said we gonna go take out the trash. Because the trash is in the alley. What make you think we want you walking in the alley at 10 o'clock at night? Go get your brother to do it. Go get your uncle to do it. Go get your daddy to do it. I don't want y'all like that. See how it naturally, and we okay with that. We get up out the bed. Yeah, we about to take out this trash. Ain't nobody about to take out our trash. We've learned to be okay with that because anytime I walk out of the house, I'm in danger. So I'm going to be the first to walk out the house, and then everybody else gonna come along because I got to make sure everything is okay. So, like I
So,
say, to say that y'all don't care is a little dramatic of a statement. Don't look too deep
so
into
no,
that.
no, no. I'm not. I'm just saying. So basically, everything is just a learned behavior, which can be taught by anyone.
But it works. It's a learned behavior that works because y'all
It
haven't nobody
is.
paid.
It is. But the way society going nowadays, it's gonna be changed. So
Do
now the
y'all like?
men is acting like
I don't disagree with you
they'll
there.
become they'll become more needier than the women. I
Why
say that.
though? Why? Because they've been told that it's okay to express your emotions. It's okay.
So
It's
you
not.
saying if you express, so you saying they becoming more needier because they express their feelings
They
instead
become.
of
I think
holding them in and becoming more hard and sort of say,
absolutely. I think that's one of the big. If you go to the gym, watch this, Empress. If you go to the gym and they say, "Hey, we know you got a gym membership. but you don't have to lift any weights. You're gonna get big any kind of way. You ain't gonna get no gains. You ain't gonna lose nothing. You ain't gonna get what you want because you ain't putting no stress on your body. So the person at the gym can make you feel good and make you feel comfortable, but does that mean you're gonna get what you really need? And I think that's where it comes
Is
to
that me?
again, like how you asked the question. What we need is to learn how to be okay with it not being fair. Learn how to be okay as men of it's not supposed to be fair for us. We're supposed to make sure that we play a certain part and then we do get a reward from that. Sometimes our reward is just our ego. It's just that's my son. He a good son. That's my brother. He take care of his family. That's all sometimes we need, and that's just enough for us just to keep on going. So I don't know. Maybe it's me. I don't
No,
know.
you gotta bow to me.
That's it.
I
And
don't
that's
need just
his
a good job. You
problem.
gotta bow to me. Give me
See,
something.
and that's his
What
problem.
you mean that's
And I'm
my
trying to figure
problem?
out. So I'm trying
Oh
to figure
my
out
god.
who taught you to be the way you are.
Oh, hold on. This ain't no doctors feel special right now. Okay,
I'm
we
just
at
saying.
the
See,
end of
you
the
brought it up.
episode. We
You brought it.
no
You brought it up, right?
we
You
we
said
at the
what you
end of the
said. So,
episode, Empress. We gotta go.
now you want to go. But who taught you that
No.
was okay? I'm
Everybody,
waiting. Who?
everybody,
No, ain't nobody taught you nothing like that. Especially the people that I know who
everybody.
taught you, they didn't teach you nothing like that.
Oh my goodness! All right, family. We're
That
gonna
was a
close out
learned
this
behavior that
episode.
you That was something you learned on your own down the line that you know the people that taught you wouldn't even deal with that. That you what you saying.
We can actually no. To be honest though, we can get deeper into that. We can get deeper into that. Next episode. How about
Yeah,
you be our
okay.
special guest? How about you be our special guest next Monday?
Yeah.
Because your thinking is not a king's thinking.
Oh my goodness! How you know? How
Because
you
it's
know?
not.
You an empress. When the last time you been a king? I need to know this.
Exactly.
Oh,
I'm an
okay.
empress and I bow to no one.
All right, family.
We
We're
gotta
going to
bring
end this episode. Thank you for joining
Because when
us.
no, you want to hang up.
We
Nah.
gonna thank you for joining us, family.
Because it took an empress to save those kings, right?
You're gonna
So
come
we
back
don't
next
bow
episode.
to y'all.
Are you gonna come back next episode and talk to us?
I'm so live.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what's
All
up.
right. Good. All right. All right. I'm finna end the live.
All right.
Peace.
Peace.